My name is Malin Seibert. This is my wife, Lisa Seibert. We've been married now for 25 years. But about a year and a half, 2 years ago, we were in a place where we were both going different directions. I pretty much had decided that my job was first priority in my life. Everything that I did revolved around my job, and I still would support my children. I still would do things with my family. I still loved my wife very much. However, my actions weren't quite in alignment with that.
I seen such a personality change in him that that's what was my first instinct, to know that there was something wrong, and I didn't exactly know how to stop it. When you're hurting inside and you feel like you can't change it, was where the turmoil came in, and the emotional divorce feeling. I didn't know that term, but that's exactly where we were sliding down that hill.
I was actually driving down the road, and I was coming home, and I just got to the point where I just couldn't keep doing it anymore, and I couldn't keep my life as a lie, basically, which is what it actually turned into. And I said, this has to change. And the hard part about that was, I thought everything I really worked for my entire life, I just threw away.
Probably one of the worst moments in my entire life. God basically stood me up, and the Holy Spirit just flowed in to the point that He showed me how much He loved me. And He said, you tell him that I am your wife and you are my husband. So when I felt the need to do what God had told me to do, I needed to show forgiveness in a way that I had never experienced, that deep of a forgiving heart that fast. And at that moment, I didn't care what my husband had just told me, but I knew in him that it was going to be better.
And I think at that moment was the first time that I felt from a destruction part that there was still some hope. And I felt in my heart, what she said was, we're going to make it through this.
Where we're at today is beyond what I could even. I knew I loved him more than anything, but the love and the unity that God has given us has just been so incredibly wonderful.
But there's such a peace and an understanding of what God's grace and mercy is. I never understood what mercy was. And that day she showed me what mercy was. And that's forgiving somebody and not punishing them for what you have the right to punish them for. And I know that's what God has done for us.
We have to put God first and number one, and then everything falls into place, and that is putting each other first after God. And then everything, when we can work together as a team in unity, the balance comes in that we were lacking, and that is just incredible.
So where God's going to lead us from here, I'm not for sure yet, but I know it's going to be wonderful. I know it's going to be a time of togetherness. It's not going to be a time of separation anymore. And so wherever He takes us, I'm willing to go, as long as I'm with her and Him. Because I know if those three combine together, nothing can be broken.